speaking of racism, there's a white couple that's been charged for refusing to sell their home to a black couple. This is in, I believe this is in Chicago, and they're facing federal discrimination charges because they, I will say allegedly, even though it seems pretty clear that this happened, refused to sell their South Side home to a black couple because of their race. The charges are against Daniel and Adrienne Sabia and the real estate agent Jeffrey Lowe as well. They took their home off the market when a black couple submitted the highest offer. You know what's funny about this? This is a very ritzy neighborhood. The home cost almost $2 million. It was a $5,000 to $8,000 square foot home, and it was listed for $1.799 million. It had been on the market for 2 years. They could not sell this property. Couple comes in, they make the highest offer. This wasn't the lowest offer. This was the highest offer that they had received. They decide to go ahead with it, and then, they take it off the market. When the real estate agent is asked why, he says the owner said he would rather not sell to an African American. That was the mistake. The real estate agent should have just said, you know what? They just don't think, they can't find a suitable home, which he did eventually say, but it was too late. At that point, it was not believable. And I guess the actual legality of this is the Fair Housing Act prevents this type of thing. I'm getting a lot of emails about saying, listen, if you own something and it's yours, then you should be able to discriminate against whoever you like. If you don't want to sell, you don't sell.
Well, this is the same type of argument as the whole
Rand
Paul thing.
It's the exact same thing. You're absolutely right. If it's illegal for the seller to discriminate, is it illegal? Should it be illegal for the buyer to discriminate? Is there a law saying you can't buy a house from a black person? You can't. You know what? I don't want to buy this house because it's owned by a black person. I don't think there is. That's one email that I'm getting saying, hey, there's nothing one way. What about the other way? I'm sure legally there is some distinction, and somebody who is well-versed in the law could explain this to us, no?
I'm sure, yeah.
And by the way, how dumb are these people? This is a rich community. It's a $1.8 million home. No one wants it, and they refuse the highest offer in 2 years. Before we take a break here, the other day I happened to click across, trust me, I wasn't turning it on purpose, the INSP channel. You know about this channel, Lewis? It's the inspirational channel. Mm-hmm. I come across it, and there is like basically a snake oil salesman, one of these greasy-haired, slick-back guys doing some kind of what he called religious preaching. The bit I heard was incredible. He was talking, number one, the entire thing was about money and all of the watches and cars that the guy owns, and people were clapping, people were loving it. They were in tears. Some people were getting emotional about all of the things that God had given this preacher, the watches and the cars and the homes. Mm-hmm. And then the guy says he wants everybody to give him $1,000 seed, is what he calls it. Have you heard about this type of thing?
No.
He wants $1,000 seed, which will come back to you 100-fold within 90 days. And if it doesn't, let God punish him or whatever. Obviously, he'll be out of the state by then and you won't be able to find the guy.
Right.
He is saying, give me $1,000. Everybody in here, give me $1,000 right now. And I promise you, I'm going to pray for you that God gives you back 100 times that in the next 90 days. It's fascinating. Now, mathematically, imagine if everybody did this. The financial system would break down, would it not? If everybody just decided, you know what, I'm going to give this snake oil salesman $1,000, and within 90 days, I'm going to have 100 times that back. The financial system would fall apart.
Why doesn't he just plant his own $1,000 seed?
Oh, I'm sure he does. Who could possibly believe this? There has to be...
Oh, I guarantee you there are people that do.
Listen, I don't know if that channel is considered a nonprofit, but there has to be something illegal about what the guy is doing. I'll tell you. Coming up next, Iraq War veteran Tyler Boudreau. Stay tuned.
This is Midweek Politics with Dave Pakman.
Midweek Politics is made possible in part by CSR Wire, the corporate social responsibility newswire at csrwire.com, by DIF Design, specializing in custom business websites at difdesign.com. To find out more about underwriting Midweek Politics, visit midweekpolitics.com.